Welcome everybody to the North Pier on this Saturday morning, the 17th of July, and it is from here that I would like to thank everybody for viewing these videos, and also a big thank you to all the shops and all the businesses that allow me to make videos. Well, I've had a very interesting week. This video is full up with everything. Our usual visits, not only once to each venue, but sometimes twice to the venues. So I'm hoping this one goes down well. There's lots going on and everything seems to be progressing very well, especially the position with the stall holders in the now closed Abingdon Street Market. I've tried my best this week and I'm very hopeful. So I'm going to start the video now and thank everybody again and all the businesses. Please enjoy this one. A very good morning to one and all. Now, this time last week, the blue actual panels that you are looking at were moved inwards closer to the build because it allowed more space for passing vehicles and the heavy plant machinery that is expected here. And as you can see, the blue panels have now all been replaced. They weren't here last week. Now I've got to first of all explain that last week's video I made an error about that underpass. The underpass is purely for passengers leaving the tram and finding their way through the underpass to the station and vice versa. The passengers arriving at the station and needed the tram. The underpass, nothing to do with the trams at all. I apologise for my error last week. To my left, you will see the steel frame of the hotel and hopefully a contractor on a cherry picker. Can you see him? Now, that is as far as the tram lines will go. Yes, I'll try to explain that again when the camcorder returns to that area. Hopefully you will see, as said, a contractor on a cherry picker. That is as far as the tram lines go. There we are, we're just coming to it now. Right to the left there in front of you. Just enjoy these views here from adjacent to the gates. Just walked up a couple of paces from the other viewing area. Now there's another one here. I'm trying to show you where the tram lines will stop. Now can you see that newly laid concrete? That is as far as the tram lines go. And I'll see if I can find that contractor on that cherry picker. Yes, there he is. That's what I was trying to show you from the other viewing area. We're in Queen Street at the moment, the same street as the Flying Handbag. And I'm trying hard, as said, to show you where the tram lines stop and the underpass and the hotel starts. Just for the record, my temperature today, again, 35.9. We have returned to our first viewing area. Now in front, that mound of earth there. Now what's happening is here, they are preparing it for the arrival of a huge tower crane. And as you know, that has to be submerged into the ground very deeply. These views are from the Talbot Road junction of the tram lines. Quite a nice clip this, showing them very clearly indeed. I'd like you to know I'm perfectly safe because I'm still on the pavements and people use this area to cross the road to Markellis. With again reference to that underpass, I need to take us to Blackpool North Railway Station. And coming up, you'll see vertical stripes. Now that's the old subway. What's going to happen is the contractors will widen that and completely make a modern underpass. Widening of this area, and as said, a modern underpass will be made for all the passengers. Now across the road is a view of the High Street that now everybody knows is closed for 6 months, and a view of the steel framework of the Holiday Inn Hotel, a 4-star hotel here. Now with these views, this closes our visit today to the build of that hotel and the works of the tram lines. Up the end there is the re-entrance of the Winter Gardens, and to my right is one of the 2 entrances to the Hounds Hill shopping centre. I've got marvellous news from across the road here. But first we will visit this cafe, which we have done very recently. They used to operate in the old Abingdon Street Market. Oh look, who's got a new sign then? Sea Breeze Cafe. Oh, congratulations. A lovely sign and a lovely cafe. Now this is the wonderful news that I can now release. Opposite the 3 large stores, one of them was Topshop. I cannot remember exactly the correct names of the others, but that's not important. What is important is that 8 ex-Abingdon Street traders are moving into here. Yes, it's finally released and known. 8 ex-Abingdon Street traders are moving in here. I can bring you these views from the doorstep of the entrance here. Just moving down, I can show you another view here. They're all working hard inside to get this place opened. It will take time though, not long, but things take their time. I am now leaving you with 2 20-second screens showing the names and the stores that will be relocating here. To start this day's video, a visit to the beach is called for. It's a beautiful morning. So on this Thursday, here is a view of the North Pier, the beach and the sea right out. Hope you enjoy these views just to start off this Thursday's video. One beautiful summer's day here. Our first venue today is Sherlocks. Now, unfortunately, for the last couple of weeks, Carl and his partner and the tradesman have not appeared here. But not to worry, when they return, we will soon catch up. Here we are, we're just going to go down Cheapside, so that must mean that we're going to pay our visit, our weekly visit to the Nook. Quite a lot to show you here today, and the first thing is I can show you their sign, their protruding sign here, look, the Nook, and that along with this lovely one here on the front window, everything all nicely painted. And I'm just going to show you the side entrance here, because it's all been painted white. There's the scaffold work, because they've got to render some of it upstairs on that roof. I can show you again the side wall here, all nicely freshly painted, so it's all coming along very, very well. Now we can go inside now. Phil has returned. He was missed very badly, he really was, but I can show you now the brackets. The brackets have all been changed and all the shelving replaced. Moving over to this far wall here, and the lower shelf, Philip has painted the lower shelf in the white. However, the top shelving will remain as you see, with again, I just point out the new black brackets. The seating all here, and the table. And the arrival of this fridge unit here. This arrived just this morning. I can show you this here. Philip's tools all here still, obviously. And you see that shelving, that piece of shelving? Well, that's going to go on that wall there. So everything now coming good, which it was always going to here at the Nook. So with another look at that shelving with the new brackets, this will end our visit today to the Nook. Thought you might like to see this. Some of the pavement tiles here all being taken up. Now this is for some electrical work that needs to be done. They've gone fairly deep here. Exactly opposite, I can show you two of the company's vans that are involved with the work here. Future Technology Service Limited, National Electrical Contractors. Now I'm returning you to the first clip, as this will act as a landmark. We are going directly left and across the road to here, about 150 yards. We're going to visit a sandwich bar called Jackie's. I've had several requests recently to visit here. We have arrived at Jackie's Sandwich Bar in Coronation Street. As said, I've been asked to come here many times. It has a fierce reputation for wonderful takeaway sandwiches. Inside you're greeted with this lovely counter here, and also another one along here. And I'm just going to show you the menu boards. Now these are going to be replaced in the near future, and we have an invite to return here showing what's happened after a one-day refurb here. So we will all look forward to visiting here again when everything is done at this very popular Jackie's Sandwich Bar in Coronation Street. One very busy day for this removal company at Abingdon Street Market. And here we can see the crew of the removal company at work here. Now their biggest task today is that refrigerated counter of Peter's. A huge long refrigerated counter that has to be uninstalled and then reinstalled in Peter's shop, virtually next door to here. More about Peter's shop tomorrow, but a quick look at the removal van here. They're doing and will do a marvellous job for one and all. It's Clark's. So that's our visit today to Abingdon Street Market. A very good morning to everybody on this Friday. Now the first thing we see this morning is the front of a scaffold lorry.
Well, we are now again at the Nook, and wonderful news here, because as you can see, all the scaffold is now in process of actually all being taken down. The scaffolding is no longer needed. What I'm told is that there just remains a little bit of painting to be done on the roof, and the painting is at low level, so the scaffold is no longer needed. So wonderful news here at the Nook.
All the rendering has been done.
We are right outside Abingdon Street Market, and we just have to go along 2 shops to our next venue, which is the new shop of Peter's, Mac Roberts the Family Butchers. There we are, right in front of you now. Now, as promised, we can go inside for an internal visit previous to the opening up. So without further ado, let's all go inside and see everything. And this is the inside of Peter's shop. Now the first thing I'd like to show you is that very, very long refrigerated counter that was removed from the Abingdon Street Market yesterday. Next, I would like to show you what Peter has done for all the walls. He's put a lot of effort into this, and he's done it all himself. There's his sign there that will be going outside. Fresh, local, quality meat from here. The flooring, very impressive indeed. And the ceiling. The length of the shop and the width of the shop is very, very adequate indeed. Now, the time is 11 o'clock on Friday morning. This is the situation here. Peter hopes to open up tomorrow on the Saturday if all goes well. But if that fails, he is certain to open up on the Monday. I'm sorry to leave you dangling, but that is what Peter has just told me. Hopeful for tomorrow on the Saturday, failing that, definitely on the Monday. Going to take you the other side of that refrigerated counter. All the meat is here. Now this is Peter's very large refrigerator. I can show you inside. All the meat, etc., all ready to be put out on that refrigerated counter. All the panels on the wall there. And the view to the front door and the rear of that refrigerated counter. The mincing machine and the famous block with all the necessary equipment on it. Well, that's our visit to this new shop that Peter has put an awful amount of effort into, and we can all wish him well, and I'm sure that things will go very, very well for him here. So with a final view of that refrigerated counter, that completes our visit to Peter's new shop, virtually directly next door to the old Abingdon Street Market where he was.
We have arrived at the start of Queen Street at the site of the build on the tram lines. Now, what's happened here is that this area has had to be moved in closer to the build, like the area that we see last week. And the wooden frames that you're looking at now have been moved inwards closer to the build itself. This is to make the road area wider also. Enjoy these views here, uninterrupted views here. Please notice these blue railings here. Now, that is where these blue boards were. So that's how far they've had to be moved in. And I'm very fortunate here because there's a contractor here who is now starting to bring out those blue panels that will be replaced. And we are now at our main viewing area, which is from gate 2. I'm just going to go adjacent now to the entrance. And please notice that huge mound of earth. And this is, as we all know now, in preparation for the arrival of a very large tower crane. This is very fortunate indeed. The arrival of Tram Tracks on this huge lorry. And we're going to see it reverse into the building site. Whilst you enjoy this clip, I can tell you that there is only one more arrival of Tram Tracks after this. This is the second to last supply of tracks that you're looking at. You may be interested to know as well that all these were stored at Blackpool Airport due to the length of them. So that's our visit today to the build of the Holiday Inn and the Tram Tracks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, especially this last clip here. A good piece of driving, no doubt about that. Well, this is very interesting. We're at the rear of the Winter Gardens. Now, can you remember that shop that I showed with a rental of over £1,000 a week, and then it was reduced to under £500 a week? It stayed empty for a long time. Not anymore, somebody's taken it. Look, builders have moved in here, so we'll keep an eye on this. Somebody has taken that shop under £500 a week. Very interesting indeed. It's a wonderful Saturday morning here outside Abingdon Street Market. Wonderful news at Peter's shop here. Yes, he's managed it. This shop now is open this for the first day, this Saturday, the 17th of July. Now, also in here, I have a wonderful surprise. Not only is Peter in here, but also all his family, his wife and his 2 children. So we're going to go in now and not only see the lovely refrigerated counter that Peter has done with all the lovely food in it, we can also see his lovely family, Peter, his 2 children and his lovely wife there. Just going to show you the array of all the produce here. But I'm so very pleased with this
because I really wanted Peter to come through, and he has, and it's set up beautifully. So we're going to leave him now because I'm sure he's going to get some customers in the near future. So just after 9:30 on this Saturday, we say thank you very much for this video.
This is the Venetian Carousel at the end of the North Pier, and it is from here that I would like to thank everybody who has viewed this video. Now I've got to go home now because I've got a lot of editing to do, so I'm going to leave you in the hands of some clips that I've made during the week and the credits. Thank you to one and all for all you do for me. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.